What are you doing?
I'm just relaxing with myself.
Milo looks amazing. Look at him. Hims. He's just eating. This is my new, basically no-name brand helmet that I bought for $90. And that's my mom on the ground for some reason. But look at it. And then also, bam! Guess what's back there? My turned out damn horses. Other than this one, who clearly hates his life right now because it's very hard. Look at you! What are you doing? Why are you so handsome? He's like, what? I'll get you cooks. Do you want cookies? Yes. He's like, please. Yeah. Does he look like he knows what it means? Good boy. The car scared me too. I don't blame him. I spooked harder than he did.
Look at your beautiful long flowing mane.
This is where you train when you don't have an arena. Milo, what do you think? That wasn't there before, was it? Snart. Things are gonna get pretty serious because if Milo's good, we're gonna jump a crossrail for the first time in like 2.5 years. So it's a pretty big deal. Things are getting pretty serious.
Are you looking fancy and pretty? I think so. Well, Phoebe's gonna do a little canter. I hear some nose fluttering. He's so cute. Good cantering, Phoebe. She says I can canter too. That'd be cute. He's so cute. His gyoza bum now has like muscle lines. What? I said his gyoza bum, it now has muscle lines. Gyoza bum. Yeah, it used to be like dimply like a gyoza.
We click when he goes into the nice head position that I want him to have. And carries himself nice. Yeah! What if I make that my marker too? How annoying would that be?
That would be funny. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he hates it.
He's telling you to not do it. That's a happy face.
I do like how gentle you are.
He is very gentle.
Very nice. Yes, good idea to go to this side now. Yes! That'd be so annoying, but that'd be hilarious.
Am I being eaten by mosquitoes perhaps? I don't know. Could be happening.
Good boy. Good boy. I like how he does his nose face when he's expecting a treat.
Yep.
And he just waits so patiently.
It's like, yes, I am a good boy. Very handsome little man. What did he? Oh no! Oh dear! Yeah. Oh boy!
Going straight, nice and straight.
Now you can go, Phoebe. This is so pretty. Oh, Phoebe. Oh, Phoebe. She's Phoebe. Phoebe, come here. She's by the crossrail. Come back. Yeah, don't stay there. Here they come. Good boy. Hi, Milo. I'm right here in the bushes. Phoebe, come out. I see you. That's not a good spot to be. Come on. Hippity hoppity. Yeah, good luck with that.
My boot hit the fucking
Oh,
stand.
I did. Oh, he's spicy. He's spicy.
Good boy. Good boy. I wish I had a high value one. That was really nice.
Oh dear. Phoebe.
Phoebe, get out of the way.
Phoebe, you're so silly. Here he comes. Stay out of the way, Phoebe.
Phoebe, watch out. Oh my god.
Oh!
Good boy. There we go. Oh, Phoebe's taking a jump. Something to note is how much less sweaty he gets now that he's less stressed and painful, because there's no sweat. He's just warm, even though he's less fit right now. And yeah, we let him eat between. But yeah, there's only a little bit of sweat. And as per usual, I've learned my lesson that these Ogilvy baby pads without the girth straps do not work on him, because they always slide back. But I like this one. It says the Mad Barn logo on it. But I've had people ask how I know the difference between like his pain behaviors and like frustration or excitement or anxiety, because horses' behaviors can look really similar. The first thing to note is the lack of sweat, because even with like when he was really fit, he would get way sweatier than this and would be quite warm, and he'd have a lot of sweat on his neck and chest. His chest is completely dry. His veins are poking out because he's just exercised, but like the girth area is pretty much dry. It's very, very lightly damp and no neck sweat. And then the other thing is that I noticed when he was in pain, how he carried his ears was a lot different. He'd point his ears out to the sides and keep them kind of out to the sides or rotated back for almost the entirety of the ride. And they wouldn't flick back and forth to listen to me as much. And in almost every photo, they were like that. And most videos. And then, what are you spooking at? And then he also had like eye tension, facial tension, and just general anxiety there. But the biggest difference, I'd say, like for like seeing really obviously, is the difference in sweating and panting, because he would be blowing really hard after rides too. And as you can see, like his flanks aren't puffing. Like we did walk him out a little bit, but even when I got right off of him, he wasn't blowing like hard like he used to. And that used to be something that he would do after like every jump school. Even after we did like a grid or something, if I halted him and was just letting him catch his breath or hand walking or walking him around, I mean, he would be puffing and blowing really, really hard because he was stressed. And then he would also stumble more on his feet. And then the bucking after fences was like near constant, whereas today he did it one time because we saw Banksy when we went to the top of the hill over there, and Banksy was at the far back of the field, and then Milo and Banksy neighed at each other, and Banksy come running down to this gate here and then paused for a moment, realized Milo wasn't coming back, and then he blasted back to the back. So then that set Milo off, and then also my dog being in the bushes did. So there was two distinct triggers, whereas when we were jumping before, he'd be bronking after almost every fence and trying to like slam his head down. And then the last tell for his pain was also how much weight he gained, because his diet really hasn't changed. He's actually on more grass with less dietary restrictions now, but he got so fat because he wasn't moving around in the field as much because his feet were sore. And now he like will go running around in the field, and he actually enjoys moving around and having a good time and playing with his friends, whereas before he wouldn't really do that. And I mean, this field's way more engaging and he has more reason to move, so that definitely helps. As well as the movement probably helped his hooves heal faster, in addition to being out on grass. But like, he didn't have the same desire to move at the other place when he was in a lot of pain. Like, he'd basically just go to the hay feeder, go get water. Oh my God, Milo, let me close the gate. And then that's it, and just stand at the hay feeder all day. Like, what we'll see here is he's probably gonna go running off to his friends, we'll see. Or he might walk calmly like a good man, and then we're gonna go catch Banksy, his little prodigy. Hello, you're coming back? Thank you. I don't have cookies right now though, I'm sorry. It's like, God damn it, lady. And then, come on, Milo. Ah! Oh, wrong way. Okay. But yeah, he wouldn't go trotting off like that at all before. And he was also lame barefoot even on grass. So that's another big difference. But yeah, he's truly living his best life. Like, he's 11 this year. He just turned 11. And he looks better than he has, like, ever. Banksy, your turn. Come on. Oh, the other thing in terms of pain behaviors is the lack of refusing. He hasn't jumped in almost 3 years, and that gate that we jumped, he used to like stop at all the time, at least once per ride if we tried to jump it. So the fact that after 3 years off, he just jumps everything easily, and like, I mean, the very first jump he did take a pretty big look at, but it's because the jump's also new on that path. So if I put any object there, even if I wasn't asking to go over it, I think he would have taken the same look. So that's a really good tell too, because when we've done like little logs or like ditches on trail rides recently, he hasn't cared. And I have not had a refusal since his hoof issues resolved. And that doesn't mean I'll never get one, but we used to have them like all the time, especially after time off and especially with new fences. And this is the most time off he's ever had. So I would expect to see, like, if it was strictly a behavioral thing that wasn't related to pain, I would expect to see those same behaviors reoccur, which we didn't. Harlow is a cougar. She is Banksy's wife, and apparently she is not thrilled that he left. She does have a boot on right now because she blew a pretty bad abscess and it left a hole in her foot, and I don't want her to get shit in the hole, so I'm leaving her booted because I noticed she was getting sore again because the hole was getting dirty, so we packed it, and then hopefully that'll keep her from re-abscessing. But she's come to find her husband. Harlow's also had a bunch of health issues recently. Like, she had a really weird blood test where she had levels that were consistent with like kidney disease. Luckily, the more tests we did, she came back normal for some reason. I don't really know why her first test came back so skewed. And she was dropping weight, but she's put the weight back on. Like, she still needs a little bit more. She looks way, way better, but that's kind of why she's been out of commission. Between that and then she had head shaking syndrome, which seems to have mostly resolved itself this year. She still sometimes does it. My theory was that it was because of tension in her TMJ. So I've kind of treated it as a muscular issue and been working on her with like that and relaxing the top of her neck and stretching her and kind of treating it as a physical issue. And that seems to have resolved it. Because initially we were thinking she was like photosensitive, but then I noticed that she didn't do it sometimes, even in bright lights. And then in the winter time when it was snowing, she didn't do it. And last year she did do it in the snow quite a bit. So yeah, it seems to be kind of a weird situation, but she's stopped doing it, so we're on the right track. And yeah, I've had a bunch of people being like, oh, when's Harlow coming back? When are you riding her? I don't know. The answer is when she feels better and I feel good about it. Right now she's still abscessing and I want that hole to kind of grow out and not be there. Luckily it's going to grow out soon, and then she's not going to have a hole in the sole of her foot. But I want to make sure she's comfortable. So with the head shaking, with her, like, her overall weight, her top line, her hooves, and just make sure she's comfortable, because she was clearly having problems and seems to be on the right track now, but there's no reason to rush getting her back into work just because she's a nice horse. It would be awesome if I could get her back into work this summer, but honestly I'm not really in a rush, because like long term she's gonna be a great horse, and if I rush it we might not have that. And like in Milo's case, he's 11 and he's coming back better than ever because I put the time in, which I wasn't willing to do before, and that was a mistake. Also, for those of you who don't know, I moved last August. So that's also why I haven't been riding my horses as much, and why I've kind of taken a back seat with YouTube, because I was getting this whole property set up and getting the track system set up and getting my horses settled into their new life, which has gone well, and now they are settled in, so I'm at the point where I can start doing more stuff again. But yeah, so everyone's here. We have Milo, Pogo, Harlow, Banksy. Gala and the Mustangs are at a different property, and then Pistachio right now is getting ridden by a 14-year-old at their property for a month, so he's gonna come back after that. I have to say, I do find it funny that so many people think turning horses out together makes them herd bound, because like as you can see, Harlow is way far away from the rest of the herd. And yeah, Banksy's right here, but he's gonna be leaving, and they do this all the time. They'll take breaks away from each other and just like wander off on their own, and they build confidence away from the herd naturally like that. I think the reason why so many people think horses in herds get herd bound and are afraid for a reason is because of their horses not being used to having friends, and then being really stressed because of it when they leave the herd. He's not used to wearing wraps, and he's being a little bit of a princess right now. They're grooming each other. That's so cute. Pogo has a boner though. That's less cute. Wow, so good.
So graceful.
Good boy. Almost tripped. Good boy. Good boy.
He's so easygoing.
Good boy. Big trot.
Or a canter. He says a canter instead.
Good boy. There.
Wow.
That was good.
He says I prefer to canter, thanks.
Yeah, that was way.
That was a very relaxed canter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Are we excited? And hold. There. Stopping is good. Okay, pick your bush. Or your grass, and then you sit. Pick it.
Apparently this is the part he likes to march through.
Yeah, I don't get it.
He has his zones.
Good boy. There. Snacking. Snacking is good. Okay, walk on. Let's try the bad part again. Okay, you're up. So smooth.
Yeah.
It's like riding a cow. Good boy. Good boy. There. Way better. Straight to the wife. No, just kidding.